Being an INFJ can feel like living in two worlds at once, the one everyone else sees, and the one that only exists inside your mind. You think deeply, feel intensely, and perceive layers in people that they don't even know exist. It's beautiful, but it's also heavy. And no matter how much you grow, heal, or evolve, some struggles never fully go away. They just change shape over time. Today, we're diving into 10 INFJ problems that never go away. The silent battles that define the INFJ experience. 1. Always feeling misunderstood. For an INFJ, being misunderstood isn't just common, it's almost inevitable. They speak in nuances, think in metaphors, and experience life on an emotional wavelength that most people can't tune into. No matter how they try to explain themselves, something always gets lost in translation. It's like trying to describe color to someone who's only ever seen in black and white. Even among close friends, INFJs often feel like outsiders, watching the world from behind a glass wall that no one else seems to notice. 2. Absorbing everyone's emotions. INFJs don't just sense emotions, they internalize them. When someone around them is anxious or sad, the INFJ feels it as if it were their own. They can walk into a room and instantly pick up on the emotional undercurrents, even if no one says a word. And while this gives them incredible empathy, it's also deeply draining. They carry emotional residue from conversations, conflicts, and even strangers. No matter how hard they try to create boundaries, this emotional sensitivity never truly disappears. It's hardwired into who they are. 3. The endless loop of overthinking. INFJs are masters of mental depth, but that gift comes with a curse. Their minds are constantly analyzing, replaying, and predicting. A single comment can turn into hours of inner debate. Did they mean something by that? Did I say too much? Should I have done something differently? Even when nothing's wrong, their mind runs simulations of what could go wrong. Meditation, journaling, and awareness can help. But for INFJs, overthinking isn't a habit. It's a reflex. It never stops completely. It just quiets when peace finally finds them. 4. Craving deep connection, but needing space. INFJs crave soul-level connections, the kind where words aren't even necessary. They want to be fully seen and understood. But the paradox is, too much closeness quickly overwhelms them. They need solitude like oxygen. After deep emotional exchanges, they withdraw to recharge, reflect, and process everything they've absorbed. To others, this can seem confusing. How can someone who loves so deeply also disappear without warning? But for INFJs, this push and pull between connection and solitude is a lifelong balancing act that never truly resolves. 5. Detecting inauthenticity instantly. An INFJ can sense when someone's not being real, even if that person doesn't realize it themselves. They pick up on tone shifts, facial expressions, and subtle emotional cues that reveal when someone's hiding something. It's not about judgment, it's intuitive awareness. But that gift makes it nearly impossible for INFJs to enjoy surface-level relationships. They can't unsee the cracks beneath the mask. This ability often isolates them because they're drawn to authenticity in a world that thrives on pretense. 6. Feeling responsible for everyone's emotions. INFJs carry an invisible sense of duty to protect others from pain. If someone's upset, they immediately feel responsible, like it's their job to fix it. Even when they know logically that it's not their burden, emotionally they can't help it. They want peace, harmony, understanding. But in the process, they often neglect their own needs, bottling up exhaustion until they quietly burn out. Even with awareness, that caretaker instinct never fully fades. It's the INFJ's version of muscle memory. 7. The pain of idealism in an imperfect world. INFJs are dreamers of a better world. They believe in fairness, empathy, truth, and human potential. But life often confronts them with greed, cruelty, and apathy, things that cut them deeply. They see what could be so clearly that the gap between vision and reality feels unbearable. They can just accept things as they are, because their mind constantly imagines how things should be. And while this idealism fuels their creativity and purpose, it also ensures a lifetime of quiet disappointment in how the world truly operates. 8. Struggling to open up. INFJs understand people easily. But letting others understand them is a whole different story. They've learned that not everyone can handle their depth or intensity, so they share selectively, revealing fragments instead of the full picture. Even with people they trust, there's always a part of them that remains hidden, unspoken. It's not about secrecy. It's protection. They fear being misunderstood or dismissed, so they keep their most authentic thoughts locked away. This guardedness never completely disappears, no matter how safe they feel. 9. Feeling too much and not enough at the same time. INFJs live in constant contradiction. They feel emotions too deeply, think too much, care too strongly, and yet they also feel like they're not enough, not expressive enough, not confident enough, not connected enough. They oscillate between self-doubt and quiet intensity, trying to fit into a world that doesn't quite have a place for them. This internal conflict, being too much and not enough simultaneously, becomes a lifelong identity struggle that shapes their self-image and relationships. 10. Carrying invisible pain. Perhaps the most defining INFJ struggle of all. They suffer silently. INFJs rarely show their pain because they don't want to burden others or be misunderstood. They smile through exhaustion, listen through heartbreak, and keep functioning while feeling emotionally drained inside. People often assume they're fine because they seem composed and compassionate. But beneath that calm surface, they carry stories, wounds, and unspoken fears no one ever sees. And because they rarely let anyone in fully, that invisible pain lingers throughout their lives. INFJs don't live easy lives, but they live meaningful ones. Their struggles are not weaknesses. They're the cost of extraordinary emotional depth and vision. These problems may never go away completely, but they don't define their suffering. They define their strength. Because an INFJ's heart, despite everything, keeps believing, feeling, and loving in a world that often doesn't deserve it.